Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. I know you've probably seen the videos, the still pictures of the Border Patrol with the horses driving back the illegal immigrants, the aliens, the invaders, and the uproar it's caused, the investigation that has to occur by Homeland Security, by Border Patrol. We are being invaded. This invasion has been encouraged by the top leaders in government, by the Democratic Party, by the President of the United States, encouraging the invasion of our country. And we as good men sit back and do nothing. If I invaded, or if I tried to sneak into Russia, North Korea, China, I'd be met with more than just a horse. I would be met with lethal force. I'd be killed, probably tortured to death in North Korea. But no, we don't do that to you. We invite you in. We then will pay for you to fly anywhere you want in the country. We'll give you money. We'll give you housing, medical care. The insanity of this is mind-blowing. This gives me another reason to harden my heart against this administration, against the usurpers of power, against the government. Yes, my government, the government I swore to protect. It's not my government. They're doing everything 180 degrees opposed to what I believe in. But we're not under enough pain to do anything yet. There's people that are too comfortable in their lifestyle, that they don't care about freedom. They might one day, when we're really put under the nail and the hammer and we're squished. But right now, life's too good for them. They have football, they have beer, they got the weekend. And they don't realize their check, their labor is being stolen and used against them to imprison them, to buy heavier chains to go around our wrist. We are slaves to the system. We are slaves. We have to fight just to maintain some order of the Second Amendment. We have to try to fight to protect our right to assemble, because they would love to stop that assembly because of COVID. We have to fight against their science that says there's only one way to survive this pandemic, and you need to come on over. What will it take for good men? And this is what it's going to take for good men. First, they have to realize in their heart that they want freedom. You can't make someone want something. But if you want freedom, you're willing to do a sacrifice. This is the sacrifice. People don't understand the sacrifice. The sacrifice is everything you own, everything you love, your home, your job, the safety and security of your family. If you don't value freedom more than that, there is no way you're going to get it. No one is going to hand it to you. You as an individual have to fight for your freedom. You have to be willing to put everything on the line for it. And if you're not willing to say, you know what, I'm going to leave my house because I got to leave my house because my actions might make me a terrorist. My actions might make me wanted because I want to protect the Constitution. Leave your house, go into the woods, go into a city and try to hide out. If you say, oh man, I ain't going to live in the woods, you're crazy, Dave. The only way to regain our freedom, and you were probably much, much, much freer under King George. Your taxation rate was definitely lower. The rate of taxation today is astronomically higher than our forefathers fought against. Our representation is a crock. We send men to Washington and they get corrupted. There's a system in there to corrupt them. There's a system in there to blackmail them. There's a system in there to sucker them in, and then they get suckered into a point where they can't represent us. The system has to go away. The bureaucrats that are running things, that really run the country. And this establishment that is allowing people to come in and then paying them to be here with no concerns that we have national borders, that we have national sovereignty. Absolutely no concern about that. So people say, when are we going to do something? We're never going to do anything because you're not willing to risk your life. The men that fought the revolution many, many years ago, the men that signed the documents, they put it all out there. They were willing to do acts that could get them hung. The act of just signing something was a death sentence to them. We're not at that point where men value their freedoms. Men value their comfort. We have comfort right now. I actually pray for an economic collapse because that might motivate people. That freedom is worth fighting for. No one can fight in your place. If you want true freedom, you have to fight for it yourself. You have to stand in the way. I cannot fight for your freedom. I can barely fight for my own freedom. Everyone has to stand up. You have to realize this system is there to oppress us. The government is not our friend anymore. And it clearly states in the Constitution, when the government becomes oppressive, we have the right, the obligation, you have the duty to stand up. Standing up does not mean going to Washington with a poster and say, Trump is good, Biden's bad, anything like that. Standing up means doing what is necessary to keep the flame of freedom alive for this generation and for the next generation, and to honor the generations before us. That is the biggest thing. We're going to fail future generations, and we're going to disgrace the men and women that fought for freedom, that have already passed away, that are buried. So we have many reasons to do it for us, for yourself, so you can enjoy the fruit of your labor without the fear of filling out a tax form wrong and having armed men at your house. The government is not this huge, powerful thing that is you cannot take on. We need to remove our permission for them to govern us. We give them the power. Whatever you can do to deny them that power, deny resources, do it. Do whatever you have to do. Now I want to say there's liberals out there, but you're not liberals. I don't know who you are. You're people that oppose true freedom in the Constitution, that want to rewrite the Constitution. You have to join us. You have to realize, but you probably don't know what the taste of freedom is, for true freedom. So you don't understand that we need to do this. I don't know if we will ever throw the chains off and reform a government that is on the same standards as that we set up. I don't know if we ever can do it. I don't know if there's enough men and women that love freedom enough. I wish I could get on a boat and go settle somewhere like the Pilgrims did. But there is no place. There is no place. You can't move inside the United States. Yeah, you might move from a more liberal area to a more conservative area, but guess what? You still have the federal government over us. So our back is against the wall. So resolve in your brain, resolve in your heart that you put freedom over your comfort. You actually have to put freedom over your family. Because if we go down a path, you might not see your family. You might have to go somewhere else because you're going to have to put on your big boy pants. You're going to have to do things that you don't want to do. That is going to be very difficult to do. But if you're not willing to pull on those big boy patriot pants, we're wasting time. We're wasting our breath. We might as well go back in the house and watch Netflix for the rest of our lives. Pray. Pray for your soul. Pray for your ability to discern right from wrong. And pray that you will be given a divine ability to face danger. That you will be filled with courage. And that you will, in your mind, say, first, I know where I'm going if I die. I am a Christian, and I know my reservation is set in stone. And after that point, you have to realize that it's not about you anymore. It's not about Dave. Definitely not about Dave. It's about future generations, to give them the same shot, and it's about showing respect for the future, or the generations that have already passed away. Some of those generations failed us. They didn't fight as good as they should, but some of those generations fought the good fight for freedom. Pray and prepare. Thanks for watching.